Five from the four. It's your boys today.
It's here, niggas.
Wow.
Nigga.
You already know what it is. We start with Tank.
It's good, y'all.
Then we got Taylor.
Hi. I'm drunk.
Yeah. Then we got Aurelius. Lowercase a, lowercase f. You got Alham. And of course, the party man himself.
It's crazy, bro.
Hell yeah.
It's crazy.
Taylor.
This is all
You get drunk.
I know.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
we need to tilt the camera up a little bit so we can get the whole
show you exactly.
Jimmy in there.
Look at before you tilt it, look at what's actually pointing.
I got you on my feet.
It doesn't look like it, but it feels like that's kind of where it needed to be.
I mean, the shit shows up to Jimmy's neck.
Oh.
This does.
But are you seeing a lot of the floor?
Yes, correct. You're right. I
just
see
didn't
what
want
you're
Jimmy
saying.
because the autofocus is on Jimmy's face.
You're right. I forgot. This might be good right here.
Okay.
Which
It just sucks because we can't see it with a lot.
Oh, we don't even show nothing on your camera.
No, it's basically literally just like
and when I do this, the camera does sort of focus and refocus.
Are these
Right.
making on?
Don't worry about it.
Are these making on nails?
No, we definitely do.
No, I can just pull it off now.
Yeah, can we just switch him with the Godfather just for the podcast?
The other problem with that is there has to be something there because the wall's fucked up right there.
Yeah, can we switch him
Oh,
with the
really?
Godfather?
Yeah, like we could. Yeah, if you want to.
Since the Godfather's face is higher up, it wouldn't focus as hard on the suit, perhaps.
I think
That
it's still
arm
the
is
face.
not as bright.
Just
That's what's
focuses-
Well, the face would be higher though,
Yeah,
so
like,
we could get
It's a
less of
smaller
floor
face.
to
Like
that
that's a
point.
bigger
I don't know.
of Jimmy's face
I really
versus
don't.
just
I'm
that little
just-
bit.
I mean,
We can try it next week and see if that works better. We just chatting this shit, you know. We live. This is y'all see how we just be talking.
We
This is how
live
it
from
go.
the fall 5.
Live from the 405 in the middle of Oklahoma.
Oakway, mud.
I don't think that was actually how you say Oklahoma.
So we wanted to start this pod off with a little bit of fun, a little bit of bars.
A little bit of bars.
So we're gonna go around the horn at least 2 or 3 times. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna make a little song out of it. So Taylor, we're gonna start with you. All right, and then we're gonna come over. So go ahead and make a tune. You know what I'm saying? Theme of the day. Let's see, NFL free agency.
Wow.
Let's wrap it up for these niggas. You know, just get it all out, and it's a bars.
Okay.
You need
We call it a quad party because now in Philly they got Saquon Barkley.
Hey.
Man. He said, he said we call it a quad party
Because I'm in Philly.
Uh-huh.
Call me Saquon Barkley. Hey, just catch it, bro.
We're hype man for it, man.
Catch it. He said he feeling like Saquon Barkley.
Mm-hmm.
Burning these niggas, but I'm really running fast. Like a Harley.
Room, nigga. Room on these niggas, cuz.
Ted.
Oh, okay.
Like a Harley,
Like a
nigga.
Harley. Vroom.
there's not that much stuff to go through.
You know, like a Harley.
Harley.
I didn't choose the easiest name.
My niggas don't know no better.
Uh-huh.
We not getting very farly.
It's Can't even fake the funk on that one.
Talk to these niggas, Seven.
Talk to them. Hey, listen, I'm talking
Talk
about
to
niggas.
this
I'm talking about niggas. I wasn't expecting the word to be Harley. I was thinking of so many other niggas.
That nigga said Farley, but listen, we not no white boys. We ain't out here saying that shit is gnarly. We about to be rapping on this webcam, looking like iCarly.
That's outrageous. Biggest switch so he can play and think of something.
Didn't talk about free agency at all.
Didn't talk about free agency.
I ain't get these bars off.
I'm trying to bring it to my team.
But he did. Because we like iCarly phone ringing. Not even on the Apple. They call it my Android.
Don't feed these niggas.
No, hold on.
I like it. That was
No,
called
keep
Android.
going.
It was called an Android.
Okay.
I didn't have no connection. I was in Minnesota.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
No, I'm with you. No,
Oh,
keep
man,
going.
no,
Bro, keep going.
Don't gas like this, man.
Because you won't catch me on camera.
You was so Tank, what's crazy is you progressively got more nervous. Like, you started shaking. I was like, damn. You were.
My brain went
Hey,
everywhere.
I thought you had some shit,
I
bro.
think
When
I
you
was
was
like,
answering
Listen, no. Hold on. The issue that you got.
I had it.
Woo,
Then
goddamn.
it came out and the words wasn't matching the thoughts.
The words was matching the thoughts.
Well, as y'all can see.
Hold on, I got more bars. Because I'm not no fucking faker.
Oh.
There's a nigga out here making 100 M. Shout out that fucking banker. He said last season that dough wasn't enough. So this year I said take 3 stacks and triple it up. Because that's 99 mil plus 1. Because he's like that.
Oh.
Mike Evans still got 100. Mike Evans is a consistent receiver. He said another yard, another season, another rack. I kind of fucked that up, but we can bring it back because I was stumbling out the track. God, dog, I'm a rapper, nigga. Fuck with that.
Fuck with that.
Who else? Man?
I'm sick of these niggas. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have a heart attack.
Ah.
I don't know whether to change teams or to stay with that. The same niggas jersey I got, left with that.
Yeah.
Shout out.
That's
Kirk
how
Cousins.
they end up. No, I
No,
wouldn't.
it's the
You think I
Nero.
would
You're
get a
the Carolina
Kirk? You
fan.
think I would get a Kirk Cousins jersey?
Hunter.
He left?
That nigga ain't do nothing.
Oh. Hey, hold on. Uh-oh. We know you ain't no Vikings fan.
Oh,
Right.
Because you bugging.
Bugging. You about to say it, nigga, say it. Say it,
This is a
nigga.
written. This ain't a freestyle. Go ahead, though.
Say it.
written. It ain't written.
Just came up with this one.
Say it.
Do the podcast.
Deliver it.
Hey, he left to Atlanta because he thought he was thugging.
Ah, nigga.
that's kind of crazy.
Y'all been know who I'm talking about. Kirk Cousins.
Ah, nigga.
This nigga talking about
Mhm.
Kirk Cousins,
Mm-hmm.
about Kirk Buggins.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga went to ATL and niggas finna start really calling him Kirk Buggins.
Mm.
Guess what I am?
Mm.
Loyal to the soil.
Tevin ducking.
I ain't
What a
never
rebuttal.
changed up on my team because I'm staying loyal. I don't give a fuck about how bad my niggas is doing. You just wanted to fly with the other niggas. So what is you doing?
Flip it on him. Flip it on him. Flip it on him.
I was
Because
gonna
you
jump
did.
in, but
I ain't gonna lie.
He if you
got
want the
rebuttal.
Vikings, I would have said
1-1.
something. I'm the only Vikings
1-1.
fan in there, you know what I'm
1-1 going into the third. Rebuttal.
I started on the Ravens. I started on the Ravens because they about that action.
Okay.
But I've always been a fan of Lamar Jackson. The Broncos was a little racist.
Little bit.
It didn't rock Elway.
Okay.
So Tevin, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Fuck does that mean, Sway?
That's Kanye. That's
You did,
snazzy.
no.
Shout out Gwitty. That's snazzy.
That nigga said, fuck did I mean?
Fuck you mean?
Yeah.
Fuck you mean?
But I say with my team. He went to another nigga who lost. It's the same shit you cheering for anyway.
It didn't rhyme. But
I
Calvo said if it
knew
really
what
got
I was.
Elway,
No, it did.
Way.
It did, Ron. You just
Yeah,
didn't.
it
It was. You had to come back.
Sway and way.
I didn't have to understand what was happening with my team. I just stayed a believer. You jumped ship because you're not an achiever.
Hold on.
We got a battle, folks.
Hold on.
Whoa. Damn.
You know what
I
racism?
think we just got a little personal.
Whoa!
Get the football team.
We're just
Let's go.
volume up, folks.
You know what they say about racism?
Uh-huh.
If you ain't doing nothing, you on the sideline.
That's a fucking bar, nigga.
But that nigga Kirk Cousins should probably be on the sideline.
I don't have a fucking hat, but I threw my fucking hat at that shit because that shit was fucking crazy. That's a name flip. He flipped that shit. Sideline, that's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy.
My nigga Tevin coming to me like I'm some bandwagon.
Mm-hmm.
But bro, you dragging. So hop off of my line. Sorry, sideline. It would have all went together had Taylor not stopped in between.
He went fucking crazy. You still got 3-0. It's over.
That nigga told me to hop off his line as if he's always been a Raven.
Uh-oh.
I'm not gonna lie, the first time we did this podcast, wasn't that nigga cheering for Gary Payton?
Gary Payton.
Damn, I forgot his name. Not Gary Payton. God,
John
Payton.
Bring it back.
It was such a ball. I was waiting to see what Sean Payton. Damn it, I fucked it up.
No.
But wasn't that nigga cheering right
But
there?
wasn't that nigga cheering? Keep going. Sean Payton.
Sean Payton.
Okay, yeah.
This nigga was a Bronco.
Mhm.
That's bandwagoning. He hopped on the team that was in the AFC Championship and still lost. Still dragging it. That nigga wanted to say I was dragging, but I ain't never fell off of my team. That nigga switched up and said, nah, Lamar is the captain of my team. Hey, I'm on one right now. I'm on one right now.
Talking to this.
Man, hey, that ain't nothing arm. You got this arm, bro.
That's crazy.
You got this, bro. Hey, he ain't talking about he chatting, bro. You got this. Talk that shit, nigga. Talk that shit.
But once Adrian Peterson retired,
Going back.
Come on.
he was lost like an ugly duck. So the Vikings was the last team. Well, fuck.
This nigga said the Vikings was the last team, like Adrian didn't go out and be the GOAT in other places. That nigga's just upset because none of these niggas wanted to play in their spaces. We got GOATs. We got greats at that position. You better go somewhere different. That nigga AP is a living legend. You ain't never seen a nigga different like that.
That was a little rough.
He said I had to come for my nigga, bro.
You better turn the volume up.
Period.
Turn the volume
Nigga
up.
trying to go in 2-8.
We talking about teams. We talking about teams.
I'm still a little lost on
Count your time. Count your
I'm
diamond
trying to
rings.
catch up.
That nigga trying to get it.
I ain't trying to get in.
He was trying to get in real
I'm trying to
quick.
get my niggas some motivation.
I heard this nigga say counting rings, and I know that's.
Hey, stay over there,
Hey,
bro. Stay
hey.
over there. Stay over
I'll get
there.
in. I think this one's over. Let's go. Get them on the rings.
Hey, that nigga started talking about rings, and I was looking around the world like Magellan. Because these niggas can talk all they want, but they ain't never, ever gonna touch 6 or 7.
Yeah. All I hear is yap, yap, yap. The same old shit. Ring, ring, ring. Who you call? Number 12 when it shit go to shit. Robert Kraft with the mix. Now it's mac and cheese. Here we go again. It's the same old mix.
See, yeah,
Niggas is afraid of that big old homestead.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga might be Clifford. His name stands in big old red.
Ooh.
That was kind of crazy.
Well, first of all,
The CYPHER's crazy.
Yeah.
we out here talking about shit that niggas want, like the Patriots house could get a lick. That nigga Mac is gone, but we got back a 6th round pick. I almost said the B word,
That was
nigga. But yeah,
Ooh.
we in a new era. Bill Belichick got
That's
that
what
nigga
you
out the
fucking
fucking
shit
door.
for, nigga.
But fuck this shit. We got the most rings ever, nigga. So like, This is like Vera Bradley talking to Christian Dior. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Niggas are over here, like, oh, what's that? I forgot that nigga's name. Fuck it. Fuck that scheme. I'm over here cheering about the best team. Yeah, we had a rough 4 years, but they ain't talking about the big dreams. I got 6 rings. That means that's 5 more than his team, with his QB with no MVPs, with his QB that can't do shit for me, niggas choking on the scene. That's Mr. Drew Brees talking about, oh, I'm over here with 5K for this and 5K for that. But when it's time to go big, I took my ass back to the crib.
And Taylor said,
One more line.
I know.
And this nigga Taylor said, Drew Brees, hold these.
Oh, so you jumping in, just listen to look at the magicianry. This nigga over here, he wish he could be. This is the only nigga to be. Stand tall to the mighty foe, him he be. That be his name, DB Drew Brees. Beat the David versus Goliath, Tom Brady, number 12. We always calling on him relying. Wish we could save the day. You got Tommy Jeans or Billy Jeans. Who is you really relying?
How? Fuck, nigga! Whoa! We got about 4-5 references in that bar.
Hey,
We got 4-5 references in one bar.
Hey, bro.
Nigga, who is you that?
Who are
Tommy
you?
or Billy Jeans?
Who are you relying?
Bro, I had it back, bro. And this nigga was Tommy B. Is crazy. Drew Brees. You got the B's, nigga. The B, that's crazy. Oh, man.
Niggas are trying to argue that Drew Brees was Tom Brady's son. Billy Jean is not my love.
son?
Come on, bro.
It's for references, nigga.
This nigga had a Billie Jean bar, and we really thought that shit was done. But he did say something that's true. Because Tom Brady is not my son.
It's crazy, yo nigga.
I'm not fucking done rapping. I'm not done rapping. Because Tom Brady is not my son. He is the all-father, the Odin of the NFL, if you will. Because all these other rappers, all these other quarterbacks are all the same. They just got shoes that Tom wore and will never be filled. This nigga's got 7 rings, 1 in 3 different decades. That's hella teams. This nigga said, I see you, and you'll never get beat. He's got more wins than Buffalo in a decade than they did, and they the home team. That's 8 games a season. He played there twice and said, that record, I'm leaving. There ain't shit nobody else can do with this nigga. The greatest player ever. 1, 2, 4, ever, nigga. Hoe ass nigga. I'm drunk as fuck. This nigga had 3 straight 5K years.
Talk that talk, bro. Talk that talk.
Rap like the
Let me
mini
talk
teams.
about what you was talking about. What you was rapping about, what you was rapping about.
What I was rapping about.
Nigga, your favorite player wear number 12. But really your favorite player is 12's son. That's the sheriff. That's really your favorite player. He racist.
Little double entendre there.
So, 18 and 12 divided by 6, you're late on the dot because this shit don't miss. Nigga, we talking about Colts versus Patriots. Who's you really repping? Peyton Manning or that navy blue? Because that deep sea, you really wasn't treading.
Fuck, baby. That nigga has some shit, but I'm supposed to follow it. They get the sheriff. What was that about? Peyton Manning called the sheriff.
Yeah.
Okay, and I love the math references too.
Okay.
It made me think.
Trying to get there.
Because he was talking about his son. I lost it at the beginning, but we just having some fun.
Those are some deep out. Those are deeper than what this nigga had.
Yeah. He just went to legacy. He went to the whole
Yeah,
motherfucking
just
generation.
deep shit.
You got anything
Let's
else?
talk Drew Brees.
Talk about him.
Let's talk Drew Brees.
Artificial.
Brady don't need
Shout out to
explanation.
Five from the phone.
Okay.
CYPHER.
He said Drew Brees, the art of efficiency. But every time I see that nigga, the L is close behind. It's kind of crazy. This nigga's supposed to be a winner. This nigga's supposed to be big DB. And every time you see him, it's just INT. Big fourth quarter stat, big fourth quarter crunch time. And all we see is a nigga who can't see over his O-line. Big throw, big moment. Uh-oh. Big choke. It's Drew Brees. If you give him anything, it's a nigga who's gonna drop your hope. He said he beat Tom, and that shit is true until the playoffs hit and Drew was on the choo-choo. What's that? The train home, because the nigga was a loser. On the way to Tom Brady's ring number 7. Nothing more to be said. Nothing more to be said.
Bro, since we talking teams, we talking about QBs. 9 versus 12. It's kind of the same in this real life we live. 9 never lie. 12 turn a blind eye. We talking about the team. How did he really get them rings? But shit, my nigga got it out through the seam. Saved the city, brought it up. We swam through Katrina rainstorms. We seen. Who that? Nigga 1, 2, 3. Nigga who that? 4, 5, 6. Nigga who that? 7, 8, 9. Nigga who that? Win. Nigga who that? So if we really counting rings, that nigga beat your other goat. We tossing them up. We playing cutthroat. Got the Super Bowl MVP. That's another throw. Nigga got the diamond ring. We going to Disneyland, nigga. That's another throw. Do I need to go? We accuracy, nigga. Top 3 seasons. We really throwing knobs, nigga. Hit him between the 9s, nigga. Got him between the eyes, nigga. Bo Jackson. Archer with my feet through the eyes, nigga. Not to this. Look at the yards, nigga. You can't add them up. They had to stop counting. Had to add the aftermath.
He added them.
He had to add the aftermath. 100,000, but that nigga played in about 60 more games because he was turning that same eye. He was reading through the game. Let me leave number 12 alone, because that's y'all's goat.
Who's y'all? His go.
Oh.
Yo, can I just admire a bar?
Admire a bar. Talk about it.
Can the 9 never lie, but the 12 the police turn a blind eye.
Like this.
Yo, that's kind of crazy. That shit needs to get written down.
Talk your shit.
You need to trademark that shit.
Talk
The
your
9 never lie.
We're gonna clip that for sure.
That's crazy. The 9 never lied,
Sign
but
my
the
nigga.
12 turned the blind eye. That's crazy. And we're still talking about Drew
Football.
Brees.
It's a double. You know what I'm saying? People saying 9, throwing 9s.
You want number 9?
Between the eyes. Crazy.
You want
Shout out number 9. He brought up
That's
the off the field and the police state. I fuck with it.
Shout out to Fire from the Foe. We are
Fuck
here.
with
We
it.
just
Little cipher.
wanted to do a little cipher for y'all.
I did not know we were battle rapping. I thought we were
Yeah,
rapping.
it
We
turned-
started in a battle
it
rapping.
turned-
I was
just
not
turned-
prepared.
It turned real
I
quick
was
from
not
Cypher
prepared.
to
That was
battle rapping.
I got 3-0 crazy.
Our first battle was me versus All Home.
Yeah. That was tough. That was
was
debatable.
nice, though.
I don't think anybody.
the shit.
I don't think anybody won. That was just a good battle. It's 2-1 either way. Honestly, that was tough. Like that. Y'all
Wait,
was crazy.
I don't ever start shit.
Y'all was
Niggas
battle
come
tonight.
to me.
Yes,
For
that
my
was it.
fandom.
Shit. This
For
is
my
battle
fandom.
tonight.
For
Why
my
not?
fans. I'm like, damn.
I didn't say nothing about
You said loyal. That's what you said. That's the
No,
first thing you said.
You
And
started.
then you looked at me and you
No.
said loyal.
No,
I was like,
nigga.
damn.
No, nigga. Everybody
was white bars.
was white bars, nigga. What are we talking about?
it.
Y'all
Cause
bars.
no, about him leaving for Atlanta. He said the goal was free agency.
No, nigga.
And you started
We was
talking
talking
about
about
me.
zero.
I didn't talk about. I said, if you a Vikes fan, you bugging. And then I said Kirk Cousins. And then I went to Atlanta.
That nigga started.
And he think he Kirk Cousins. Might as well call him Kirk Thuggin.
I feel like that was the
He
second
taking
or
money
third
like
bar.
Kirk Thuggin. That's what I said.
I feel like that first bar was awesome. As Vikings fans, y'all niggas ain't shit. That's what I heard.
Oh, your quarterback is Sam Darnold now, bro. Hey, you got rid of him.
Speaking of
That's all I'm
segues,
Speaking of segues, we're just gonna get right into NFL free agency. The
Let's
Vikings quarterback is Sam Darnold. Let's just start there.
We can start with me. You can start with me.
That's crazy.
I think it's a good start. So,
team by team.
yeah,
Yeah.
we can do team by team. I think that'd be good. I'll try to do a quick rundown, just a few things. So,
Both of them. He gets both. He's gonna do both of them because he's got to leave one and be introduced to the other.
so
about the
my
Steelers.
Minnesota Vikings. We started our trading sort of before this. So this is also something I don't know.
Have you heard the Aaron Jones news?
No, yeah, that was the first thing I heard. So again, this is something I don't know. So this will be for y'all. Yeah, probably don't. But clearly, the trades can happen up until the draft because people trade their draft picks for people and all that type of stuff. So, like, when does this happen? Like, when is the deadline specifically? Because it just seems like there's been a lot of activity in general.
You can trade
You can trade
all
the way
through shit.
No. Yes, I get that you can trade all the way through the trade
cutoff
deadline,
is
but
like
I'm
July
asking,
something.
is the trade
Yeah,
deadline
like
after the draft?
Yeah.
So maybe my
It's not a
question.
deadline.
It's
It's
not a
just a
deadline.
period.
You trade
You gotta,
deadline.
you gotta have your roster set, like, and stuff. Like, you gotta report a 53-man roster. When the
Yeah,
team
but
can't start.
you can trade. You can trade in preseason. You can trade in.
Yeah, no, you can still move.
You can
players.
trade. You can literally trade.
Like, you got
all the way
from
to the
now
trade
all the
deadline.
way up. Like, y'all might have a different. Like, y'all can find 2 different quarterbacks from now all the way up until fucking.
Y'all not.
You just can't trade somebody who just got signed.
Y'all are
Or it's
gonna
like you can
draft
trade
your
Sam
quarterback.
Darnold. It's
But
like
the reason that was all like these trades yesterday and niggas getting signed is because free agency season started yesterday. Like that's when the
That's
league-
when it started.
Oh,
is when
yeah.
there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
That-
even
that's
though
my
GMs
question.
and shit are
Yeah,
negotiating shit before, you can't officially sign until the league season opens.
That's my
That's
Today
what,
was
that's
third.
what happened.
Couple days ago.
Because I'm just wondering, because like there was just a heavy influx
Yeah.
of everybody.
Same thing, like that shit happens in the NBA too.
Yes.
Like, in the fall, like a bunch of like all that shit is happening throughout the summer, but like that's when the niggas can
Gotcha.
actually sign.
Yeah.
So that's what
So
happened.
that makes
vacation was over.
So
Like,
that
Tomorrow niggas can sign.
Gotcha. So that makes sense. So like for me, as a Vikings fan, we started off. I thought we started off pretty decent. We picked up.
Who did you have? Yeah.
We picked up an edge rusher.
By what name?
Let me look it up.
That's the thing. I can't remember the names. The only one I remember is Van Ginkel.
He's from Houston.
Yeah, from Houston. Van Ginkel from the Dolphins. And we maybe picked up another linebacker. I can't really remember.
Let's not bury the lead here, Tevin. Are you trading teams or not?
I'm not trying to.
Are you switching your fandom? Have you been threatening that in our multiple group messages over the past 2 days?
Yeah, I've just been talking. You know,
Why?
I've just been talking because it's been frustrating to see. And I think it's so for me. I think we already had this conversation. I think it was already frustrating for me at the beginning, but I felt like we clearly weren't taking the road of fucking tanking. We wanted to win games
Last year, yeah.
last year, correct. And last year was still like, I don't know how y'all expect to win games with these niggas who clearly aren't
These
gonna
white
be
quarterbacks.
White quarterbacks. 3 different quarterbacks, not very good. So it was just like, I didn't get, and we still won 7 games. So it's not like we still won 7 games, like that's a lot. But niggas was winning 2-3 games. Like, you know what I mean? Like we weren't just the worst team in the league either.
Shout out.
So it was just a very interesting middle part of like, we probably should have tanked, but like we didn't. So it's like
And now y'all are here. You were mediocre.
praying on a
Now
draft pick.
You're losing your top defensive guy.
Got the 11th pick.
You signed a good
Who I
running back.
just got for my fucking. I just got. his
He's
fucking
leaving?
jersey.
Do you
Yeah,
want
he
to know
went
who
to
you got?
Texans. Van Ginkel and I don't know the other.
You
two.
can sign a lot.
Danielle
Yeah.
Hunter is in Houston.
Yes.
Yeah, Houston
Danielle
about
Hunter
to
went
be
to
stupid.
Houston.
Shout out Houston. Houston's probably won free agency so far.
Houston's gonna be crazy next year if they stay healthy.
But the Eagles have also gotten better.
Yes.
So go ahead on the Vikings.
You got.
You got 2 teams to cover.
So you got Blake Cashman. He's a linebacker from the Texans.
The linebacker. That's what I was thinking.
You also got another linebacker from the Texans. You signed him for 4 years, 72. You got Andrew Van Ginkel.
This is from the Dolphins.
From the Dolphins.
Yeah.
You got Sam Darnold,
We got Aaron Jones.
and then you got Aaron Jones.
Yes. So how I thought about it, I was ready for all. Like I was okay with all the moves prior to Sam Darnold. I was ready with Kirk being gone. I was ready with all this shit. As soon as we got
Because
Sam,
first move really was trading Kirk. Or did Kirk just
He
left? Like
no,
he just
Kirk,
got signed.
Kirk just got signed. It was, and he was the last nigga to go for real. like in this little spurt of shit we've seen for the Vikings, he was the last nigga to go. Because, and this is why I'm afraid Justin's going to leave, is because the whole time the GM's been talking about, no, we have good relationships with Justin and Kirk. We got Kirk on to the Falcons of all. Like, it's not even like he went to, everybody was talking about how he should go to the 49ers or he should go to these other teams. Because he has a good enough arm in the regular season. He just don't win primetime. He don't win games. Fuck a primetime. The nigga don't win meaningful games. And so it's like, nigga, he's bait for sure, but 35 on an Achilles tear as a quarterback? 35?
Yeah.
Off an Achilles tear?
Man, if Kirk was healthy, him and San Fran would be tough.
If he was healthy, and that's the thing, we haven't seen him. Like, this nigga's not Aaron Rodgers. And that's the other thing that confused me about him so much. I don't get why we're talking about this nigga like he's one of these quarterbacks that we know are to be good, to be great, who have done things.
He's pretty good. He's not great.
Regular season. Again, this nigga tore his Achilles. Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles. We worried about when Aaron Rodgers come back with the Jets because that's bait.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins ain't never done anything like Aaron Rodgers. To do the same injury, to have the same, like, so why are we treating him like, you know what I mean? Like, that's my only thing with Kirk. Because I don't disagree. And him being a Viking, I really felt that shit. Because, yes, he does play well in the regular season. The nigga still does the same dumbass shit in the playoffs and in games that matter. The nigga still don't win primetime games. All of those things are still also true. The nigga can throw for 4,500. That's fine. He not going to win you the games that you need to win. And that's what I told Trey. I'm sorry. Kyle Pitts finna look stupid next year, I bet Kyle Pitts looks crazy next year. Yeah. I bet the Falcons win the division. Sorry, but I bet the Falcons do win the division. And the niggas aren't going to win a playoff game. They're not going to win the game.
Bijan might win them one. Because he handed the ball off.
They're not.
Nah, Kirk is going to be like, man, fuck that stupid shit.
Them niggas trusted Desmond Ridder. What do you think they're doing to Kirk Cousins? Come on, bro.
Kirk Cousins is smart enough to be, fuck that dumb shit. Bijan here.
And I get, so it's like, that's my thing. That's how I feel about the Vikings. I'm not going to leave yet. I still have faith that maybe we can potentially get a quarterback.
Y'all got the 11th pick, so Jaden Daniels
there's a bunch of people who could potentially slide, which I'm really...
Bo Nix wouldn't be, with the weapons already established, Bo Nix would have time to develop into a very okay quarterback.
Him and J.J. McCarthy can kiss my ass. I'm trying to keep it a buck with you.
Hey, James,
that's what y'all gonna bite. I'm gonna bite it. Y'all gonna be like JJ.
So that's me with my Vikings. Shout out to my Vikings.
I do want to put out 2 points. I will say, so Shannon today said something sharp. Had probably one of the greatest points. The quarterback position is the only position that you can get paid off of for just the potential of you doing something.
Yep.
But every other position, if you don't have a history of exceptionalism, like if you're not good, they're not paying you. Yep. Like, for example, like, or even, but running backs obviously been the most disrespected. But think about Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner is a middle linebacker who's been struggling for jobs, and he's supposedly too old. He had 183 tackles, the most tackles in the NFL last year, with 3 interceptions on a busted Rams team.
Did?
Yeah.
Now he was back in Seattle.
Or Seattle, excuse me. Yeah. He went back to Seattle, but he had 183 tackles, and he's struggling to find a job right now. Granted, he's old. Yeah. But we're talking about Kirk Cousins, the potential of Kirk Cousins doing something after an Achilles tear at 35.
I also think
trust that more than
his agent is a professional ski mask.
Can I take this a step further? Lamar Jackson last year with no team was just saying, hey, bro, just give me the guaranteed money I'm asking for. I'll play for you. I don't even care. Didn't get it, but the Achilles tear, 36-year-old, healthy Lamar Jackson coming off of an MVP season, couldn't get the extension.
But it's also the Falcons. You know, what more do you expect from the Falcons?
They got a black coach now.
Yeah, but the Falcons front office has always been bad, and we've known that for a while. Like, their best quarterback has probably been Matt Ryan, and we know the extent of Matt Ryan's greatness. Like, Kirk Cousins is a glorified Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan is better.
Matt Ryan's is better than Kirk Cousins. He's got an MVP.
They both don't win nothing. They both choke.
One of them went to a Super
Matt
Bowl.
Ryan is the maxed out cover.
Yeah, yes.
Matt
And
Ryan
that's what
could
they
be a max.
and that's what they
might
trying
be-
to do
Yeah,
is
like,
get
it just-
fucking Kirk
this is
Cousins.
like
Ultimate game manager.
Matt Ryan.
But I will say, and the last thing, really shout out to his agent though.
No,
This
yeah,
nigga
great.
is the highest paid, the 5th highest paid player to ever play the game. The most guaranteed money before Deshaun Watson decided to do his 5-year fully guaranteed $237 million contract after the 22. Anyways, we can get to talk about that. But this nigga Kirk Cousins said, "Hey, bro, I've only won one playoff game, but I want a fully guaranteed contract. And because Case Keenum is the other quarterback in free agency, you're going to give it to me."
Case Keenum's won more playoff games as a Viking than Kirk Cousins has.
In the past 6 years,
Fuck
Kirk
that.
Cousins, I looked this up before
beat
this.
them niggas.
Before this, Kirk Cousins in
Who
6
doesn't?
years has made $320 million for one playoff win.
If any quarterback has reaped the benefits
Who
of
did they?
the market
who did
rising,
Kirk beat?
Kirk.
I'm trying to think.
Kirk,
now.
6 years ago, I just
That
looked
nigga
it up.
took
6 years ago.
That was in
Bro,
Washington.
bro.
Not as a Viking, though. Was that as a Viking?
That's where the money started. Because in Washington, the quarterback market was shooting through the roof, and this nigga signed his agent.
When did
Brilliant.
he come here? When did he
2018.
come to Minnesota?
2018.
Oh, we
His
won a
agent-
playoff game because we beat y'all.
His agent brilliantly. That nigga said,
No, that was
franchise
Case Keenum.
tag. Oh,
Case Keenum won
this is the
17.
NFL giving out fully guaranteed money for 1 year.
Kyle Rudolph had like a
Regardless of what you do. If you get a contract because you'll play, then you get it. But if you get hurt, you get this money. Kirk Cousins got 4 of them. As the position market, that was the market jumping each year, jumping like 2, 3, 4, 5%.
He bet on himself, though. He got 2
Yeah.
franchise tags. So,
He
like, that's
took
saying
4 of
something.
them. He's
That
got
nigga
4 of them.
mugging.
Well, no, because he's got a contract for 3. He had to go fully guaranteed. Then he's got 2, so that's 5. Then his is his contract year. So he's got 2 franchise tags, and he had a full.
Well, no, he did it in Minnesota.
Right.
He did it in Washington and then in Minnesota. Because
His
he was
fully
getting,
guaranteed contract
he
was literally right after Case
Yeah.
Keenum fucked y'all over.
they
They
got 3
transitioned
years.
because Case Keenum went to the Broncos.
And we got
And
rid
they got
of
like
3
84
good and we
million.
got rid of 3 good quarterbacks. We got rid of Sam Bradford, we got rid of Teddy Bridgewater, and we got rid of
Tim Bradford was good, I think, at that time.
Sam Bradford had just broke the
Case
Sam Bradford had
Case Keenum
several
was the last
great
one.
years.
Sam Bradford had just but Sam Bradford
Oh, you're talking about literally throughout the Vikings history. I thought you were talking about that year.
No, the year prior to Case Keenum winning that game, Sam Bradford had just broke the regular season record, or maybe just went top 3.
No, he
4.
broke the record.
He broke the record. Yeah, for most
most
accurate seasons.
Shout
Like
out
Sam
to
had just
Philly
did
North.
that in
Boomer.
Minnesota. Like he had
You see
just
what I'm
did that, and then we had Teddy and Case behind him. I think he got hurt, and that's why Case played the rest of that
Yeah,
season.
because Teddy Bridgewater did that shit with his leg.
Teddy
and then
also
he came-
got hurt.
And then he came back, and then Case started, and then Teddy was like, "Hey, I'm back," and then Case was like,
Fuck that
"Nah,
shit.
you're good."
Shout out 5 from the 4 podcast where you gonna get the latest and the greatest on the Minnesota Vikings.
Apparently.
You get all the analysis of the Vikings.
Fuck them niggas.
Next
Talk
team.
about the Broncos and
Talk
the
about a
Ravens.
good team,
Sorry.
Ravens.
Start with the Ravens, though. Good news first.
Because you guys say I'm transitioning,
Yeah, you gotta
Are
cut
you
them
not?
off in this episode.
I am, but I just think that is.
Have you announced it either to the crowd?
Like,
Did
you
they
never
know?
have. It was one of my one-on-one.
This is your official.
And
I did it on my
have-
one-on-one.
This is your official parting of the ways with the Broncos right here.
So we'll start with the Broncos and what they've done. So the Broncos decided to fuck up. They blew up the entire thing. They blew up the entire thing. So that nigga Russell Wilson, they're paying that nigga $38 million this year. And
Wow.
the Steelers are only paying $1 million because they decided to cut Russell Wilson after quite literally disrespecting him the entire year, yelling at him, Sean Payton yelling at him on national television.
Embarrassing.
And Russell Wilson says on the I'm Athlete
Yeah.
podcast that he couldn't say anything back because if he didn't, he would have lost all his money.
Right.
So basically, like, this is a, hey, nigga, I'm going to start talking to you shit, and here's my whip, Sean Payton, because he knew that shit too. And it's just like, at that point, I was kind of like, fuck it. Then they decided to trade Jerry Jeudy. So Jerry Jeudy is now on the Browns. Then they decided to cut Justin Simmons. He's been the only All-Pro. Besides,
Where did he go?
He's
He
free
just
agent.
got cut.
He got cut after
He's not on
he's
the
an All-Pro.
team. The
Like, he's
nigga who
not
was
on
the
the team.
best defensive player on y'all's team
Y'all was just
Who's
like,
an
kick
All-Pro,
him to
yes.
the curb.
got cut.
Who's an All-Pro? Yes.
The nigga who had the most picks on y'all's team.
Yeah.
I think he did.
He did.
didn't
He did.
Yeah.
Not, what?
God,
You may know.
Or maybe in the middle.
top two.
He
Towards
did
the end of
definitely
the
2 years
season,
ago.
he's top two on
Yeah,
that.
you're right. He's top 3 safeties right now. Top 3 safeties. Got cut for nothing.
I think it was who.
And then obviously they let go of all the other niggas on the team, except for Cortland Sutton.
Specifically niggas. You
No,
mean
literally.
that.
So yeah, that is the Broncos. Sean Payton now has his regime.
Where did Russell go?
He's on the
Steelers.
Steelers.
Shout out Mike Tomlin, got him for a steal back minimum.
So he's actually on the Baltimore Ravens rival team. And so the Baltimore Ravens, we've only did one move right now. My man Eric DeCosta's killing the game. We signed Derrick Henry today.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Big move, Derrick Henry.
Lamar and Derrick Henry's gonna be a wicked back.
You're gonna have to decide as a defense. Hey, what you doing? You crashing on this, or you let this
The RPOs
cold
are
ass
going to be crazy.
nigga go that way?
The RPOs are going to be
What
crazy.
the fuck you gonna crash on that? Or-
And I want to go ahead and say,
No, no.
Derrick Henry had the second most carries.
Pick your poison for real.
He had the third most yards in the league this past year. So
Yeah.
He's still.
That's what I
he's
was
not
trying
gonna
to
get
say.
as
I
many
think that
carries,
I don't think that he's necessarily just done or like out of it in that sense. I do think it'll be interesting. I think they'll be a better duo and like thing to
That's
look for. I
insane,
really do
bro.
think Saquon and them are at the bottom of the list for real, and I think that's an Eagles problem though. And we could nobody's an Eagles fan,
we'll talk about
but we
that.
can talk about that later. Yeah,
I will say the only thing I'm worried
Them
about,
niggas are scary.
lost both inside linemen.
Yeah,
We lost Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen is now on the Steelers as well. And then we lost Geno Stone, who had the most picks in the AFC. And this nigga Tyus Bowser is nowhere to be found. Oh, and Jadeveon Clowney is a free agent, and then Kyle Van Noy is a free agent too. So
Come back in the league.
I'm hoping we get a dope ass wide receiver. I'm loving that nigga from South Carolina. That nigga is dirty. He's no Xavier Leggett or Keon Coleman.
What pick you got?
Third.
Oh, y'all
No, we're
not looking at a good nigga type shit like one of the good niggas.
More of a
My-
steal.
You know what's crazy too though?
I
Like
want
I don't
Justin
think they'll
Simmons,
be
so
at the top either for niggas or for duos. Like I do think it sounds good, but they also don't do it like, and I think it's a Ravens problem. They also don't do a good job of the running backs that they have and utilize. I do think they.
I don't think they've had a running back this good though.
not that good,
He's been
but that nigga Gus,
Gus Edwards
that
was top
nigga
five
Gus was
touchdowns.
stupid.
Them nigga, yeah. I think though.
Because
I think this will figure
Yeah, but
it out.
niggas didn't hand him the ball 2 times.
Yeah.
But he's,
No, I
not,
mean,
he's
like-
not a shake and bake nigga though. He's I'm gonna run straight line, no shake.
I think so are the rest
But
of them niggas outside of Jake
Justice Hill,
Justice
Hill, and Keaton Mitchell. Keaton Mitchell got towards ACL.
That's my only worry.
And J.K. Dobbins is coming off the Achilles too, right?
The comments
He's a free agent.
getting at is the yes, Derrick Henry, but in theory, what really changed?
I mean, we got a better line, and I think RPOs are obviously going to be better. I think it's just going to be a lot more fluid because, as I already said, who the fuck are you worrying about?
Yeah, but my thing
I mean,
is,
like, you
y'all
can't-
been run like y'all had a elite rush offense for years now, though.
Without a top 3 running back now, or top 5 running back, now you add a top 5 running back, it can only get better.
And no, I don't think that the rushing game won't be better. I just think that, like, as a team, what they've been doing is it works, but only to a certain extent. And I don't think they changed that system.
The Ravens?
Yeah, by adding that.
That's what I think.
I think it makes their play action more, like,
But
way
it's
more
believable.
dangerous.
But you gotta.
But like it was already
like,
believable. Like they was lining up with 3
But
tight ends.
whatever,
You know
more
what I
like,
mean?
for the last 4 years.
but whatever more believable it is now, the easier, because like they kind of had to run some decently complex routes. Now you can literally just run a drag now, because Derrick Henry is going to bring 2 people this way no matter what. Lamar doing this off the play action is going to bring that last guy this way. That field is completely wide open compared to Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins.
That has to be
No,
the-
but-
and all
catch the ball.
That's the
That's
issue.
all- but
That's
now
the-
it's
John Bateman.
Now
Like,
it's
that's
just
just
now
like-
they got Zay Flowers now. Zay Flowers. And Odell, he can catch, he just fumbled it, but he gonna bounce back.
That was a
Odell,
that was a super.
but now he's just gotta make
Odell's
simple little
simple little tosses because there's gonna be so much space off of that play action work with Mark Andrew bringing more distraction. Zay Flowers just gonna be Isaiah. What's his name? Likely just easy throws. It's gonna be easy throws now. I'm really high on the Baltimore Ravens adding such an elite running back. It makes a rush first team the most dangerous rush potential in the league. Those two, like.
But we've seen
20 yards and in, that's like if that O-line stays healthy and Henry and Lamar stay healthy, 20 yards and in is touchdowns. Those are touchdowns.
Not to shit on my favorite player, but I will say Lamar's biggest issue is touch passes. That nigga can throw and chunk the ball down the field, but my nigga Zay Flowers is right here. Why is the ball 10 feet away?
Then chase the route tree and make it a nice little 10-yard just stop.
Ball
He
plays
just
not
stops
changing
it.
the receiver though. That's the issue. Like it's the people catching the ball. For the system to change, they ain't changed the bodies in those spots.
Yeah, they still need a big.
So it's how much we got Lamar Jackson. How much more believable with the run do we got to be? Because like everybody already loading the box because of him.
Yeah.
So it's like we got Derrick Henry. I think Derrick Henry gonna get his 1,200 and do what he do. But like for them win total wise, they still might be around 10 12 wins in the same position. Can they beat the Chiefs?
I think it depends. So
No, this doesn't make enough of a difference that you're gonna go and beat Patty next year.
Yeah.
No.
well, I think the
Especially with
division
them
is a lot
Chris
easier
Jones.
as well.
Yeah, the Bengals are
the division. So the Bengals have significantly just got 1,000 times
Yeah.
worse. T. Higgins is like, I want to trade. Jamar Chase is saying, what am I doing here?
Yeah,
Joe Burrow is coming off an injury.
Is
I don't know what the
Jamar
fuck
gonna
he's
come
doing.
play with Sam Darnold?
Oh my god. Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon, they cut.
Joe Mixon, they cut.
Yeah, he's in.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
in.
he officially got
He's in
traded.
Houston.
Or he's in trade. Yeah.
Did they pick
O-line
somebody else?
No, they re-signed the
T.
nigga
Higgins.
who they started playing equal minutes with Joe randomly
Zach
at the end of the
Moss.
season.
Zach
Zach
Moss.
Moss.
Yeah, from the
He
Bengals.
came from the Colts.
Right, yeah, the Colts. Yeah.
He was the
He was
back. He
Pro Bowl?
played most of
No,
the
he bought
time
the Colts.
while Jonathan Taylor was sitting out
Oh, you
because Jack had
different.
like a
Who
fantasy.
was the nigga? Who was the nigga who started splitting carries with Joe? At the
P-Run.
end. No,
P-Run's
no,
on.
P-Run's not.
Oh, the other nigga. The
It was
other
a light-skinned
nigga. I know
nigga.
who you're talking about. Oh,
He's like number 30.
Yeah, he's number 30.
I don't really care.
I thought it was so that makes sense.
They got
That's a
Zach
little
Moss.
bit better. I thought they re-signed the nigga that they was splitting carries with Joe at first. I was like, wow,
No,
that's
they signed Zach Moss, which is just kind of crazy. I always hate that, like, running back signed, other one cut. So, like, Packers signed Josh Jacobs, Aaron Jones cut. I just think it's so fucked up. Like,
That's what it's been hella of though. Like out of like DeAndre Swift gone, Saquon Barkley picked up for Philly. Like it's just been a fucking running back carousel.
Austin Eckler.
Who
And,
was
but like
that?
some of these niggas are
Josh
getting
Jacobs.
paid though, which is a good thing. And I wanted to ask this about Derrick Henry. Is this his third contract since he's been in the league? Does anybody know?
Yeah.
Like, did he get paid on the
rookie?
second one?
No, he got paid.
Yeah, if rookie
This
counts.
would be a third.
Like, did he get paid on that second one? I'm asking.
Yeah.
Yes, in the scale,
He got
they're not getting paid.
He set the market.
But Derrick Henry got paid on his second. Now he's a bargain.
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
bargain.
But Saquon, this is a good deal for Saquon.
Good deal for running backs.
Yeah,
He's still not getting nowhere near his value.
what he should.
Yeah, like it's Saquon Barkley. He's the best player on the New York Giants.
Yeah.
His next contract was less than $40 million.
Where did he go?
Philly.
Philly.
So Derrick Henry's
And
contract.
division.
That's
Right,
right.
Derrick Henry.
Teague Barber said,
original
"Fuck you."
contract
That's
was,
right.
was about 16, 17.
Derrick
So,
Henry.
Saquon's is 12 this year. So if that tells you kind of where Derrick Henry set the market, his highest paid ever.
What did Joe get paid down in Houston?
8
He's getting 8 too.
1 year, $8 million.
So Saquon got the best deal and it's still.
Yeah, but they looking at guys
He
that
was
like
26.
he's about to be crazy.
Was he injured a lot last year?
Cool.
Saquon?
4 games.
No,
4 games.
4 games.
That
He
nigga
played-
played, and that nigga was.
He didn't miss a game of the season before.
That nigga
Coming off
played, and that
ACL.
nigga was hooping.
I had him on fantasy.
I remember the year that they
was
made the
hooping.
playoffs. That nigga was going crazy.
He's one of them niggas
2 years
that's
ago.
it's still like it's still like
He's a Josh
Last year they
Jacobs.
sucked.
Josh Jacobs is getting like 10
And Josh Jacobs went to
Josh
Green
Jacobs
Bay.
making
Yep.
He went
That's
to Green Bay.
tough.
Yeah.
Jordan
He's also
Love
making
is
8.
tough.
Kind of fucked.
But like that's what I'm saying. Like,
8 to 15 is the running back market.
because he's gonna care again
Yeah.
like about running the football.
like it's 8 to 15. Like it's 8 to 15, but you're looking at the other
He's making
positions,
15.
and it's like
He's only making 12.
the workload ain't adding up to the dollars. Josh Jacobs is finna go touch the ball more than 400 times. This is the third most on the team, and it's like he looking at other dudes that's just like, man, you get subbed out every 3 plays. And you got 25, 100, like $100 million contract. And it's like they'll never throw that to a running back. Running back will never see $50 million.
Well, Josh Jacobs also went from rushing leader to barely even making 800 last year, and he played every game. My only thing is, well, their line wasn't terrible. Wasn't the worst line in the league.
It was
Now the Giants were terrible.
It might not have been terrible, but it was not good.
Ugly over there in Oakland.
Even after the turnaround, it still wasn't.
Even with Devontae, it was still like it's the Raiders.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't put that
fuck
over
it
there.
up. They need to trade his ass. He still get his 1,000, but he's like, damn,
trying to stay in.
how many concussions I gotta get?
They should. I think that I don't know, to really fix the running back market. Either you let the position leave early, or you just put a clause in where they get at the beginning of their contract, like they first 4 years, they get an option to sign like a franchise tag type of deal. I signed a 1-and-1, but I'm signing a 1-and-1 for $20 million. And I get paid less on the back end because I could have made $150 million in my first 4 years. Since you already think I'm going to be done in 6. Because there's no reason why Saquon Barkley, like Daniel Jones and Baker Mayfield, Kirk Cousins off of ACL, he's 35. Achilles.
Even worse.
Daniel Jones just sucks.
That nigga walked into $150 million on the guaranteed at 180. This nigga got 37.
But one thing is, there's more running backs on the roster, right, who get signed. There's more running backs out in the world, like there are at all skill positions. Because this thing about quarterbacks, right? There's fewer quarterbacks who get signed. There's fewer quarterbacks who are good. There's even less quarterbacks who are great, like who are, as Cam Newton would say, game changers, right? Like niggas aren't. The last team to reach for a running back was Cowboys, right? Like niggas are not selecting high draft picks for a running back. They are for quarterbacks because it is the belief, even if it's right or wrong, whatever. If you believe quarterbacks are the most important or not, niggas are reaching, thinking like this one move, signing Caleb Williams could change our whole trajectory, right? Yeah. Niggas are not saying that about running backs. So I think that's the difference. Even though it's crazy that the cream of the crop gets the benefit, but so does the middle of the pack, like a Kirk Cousins, like a Daniel Jones, like niggas who are like very average, very mid, but definitely better than the worst niggas in the league. Like they are also benefiting greatly from the fact that it's become a pass-heavy league.
I think
Daniel Jones sucks.
I think it's a change in the game, which is like, it's interesting to like think about it, whether it's just like unfortunate or whether it's just like what the game is turned into, and like that's fine. But it's like there is just such a higher value, and I understand why you sort of feel the way you do about running backs in this league that's happening currently. And like the more that we sort of talk about basketball and stuff like that, I'm thinking about the difference and like how it's evolved and shit like that. Nobody back in the day was pulling up right before the half court line and shooting them. You know what I'm saying? The way Damian Lillard, the way Stephen Curry are doing that shit, right? So it's like, yes, I do think that it also is an evolution of the game. But however, what I think is crazy for the running back position, at least still, is that we still expect them to be an option out of the backfield and an option to run the ball, to make the play action available, to make it more noticeable, more reasonable. Like all of those duties still fall on the running back, which is still, to me, like you're still expected, which is why I think good running backs should be valued more. Because if you can make it, which is why I think the Ravens can be in that position, if you can make it where Lamar Jackson don't got to rush for 1,000 yards, Derrick Henry's rushing for 1,500, and Lamar Jackson can throw those drags and that other shit and take off when he wants to. That's what makes the Ravens scary. What I don't think with the Eagles, why I don't think they're scary, is because they don't do a good job of utilizing their running backs. I think that's too far of a push of this day and age of this grade of football, because that, and it's not to say that they haven't had a running back that's good enough to do some of those things, but they've always went for running backs who are only good at being outside of the tackles, at being skittish sort of running backs.
Yeah.
Because
You finna get a nigga who you've never expected to run the football between the tackles except for Jalen Hurts. Y'all had a good nigga in DeAndre Swift who could run between the tackles, who could really run the fucking football, and y'all did not turn around and hand them the football. And I get that DeAndre Swift is not Saquon Barkley. I don't want to just put that out, but DeAndre Swift is a good fucking running back. Like, we're not gonna act like that. So, like, that's part of the thing where it's like a mix of how I feel about running backs and a mix of like, yes, I do think it's a mix of like the evolution change. I think coaches change and they don't want that. And because they don't want that, some niggas who I think do deserve that don't get a chance because they're still doing the things that are old school that niggas aren't really worried about doing, who are still going and winning championships, who are still going and winning. Isaiah Pacheco is not an in-between tackle runner.
Yeah.
But no, that's the thing.
But then, like, okay, so you talking theoretically, right? You talking like a game that used to be, or that you wanted to still be heavy on the run and all of this. But where the league, like, let's just talk like the team who won the past 2 seasons, right? The Kansas City Chiefs. What their offense was like this, and this is why I say like the running back position is so low on the hierarchy of positions that matter. Like, if you've got a great offensive line, or even an average to good offensive line, and you've got a great defense, it don't matter who you handing the ball to. Niggas gonna make that shit happen, especially if you got an elite quarterback like a Patrick Mahomes. So the question is, right, for the running back position versus the quarterback position or the defensive line position, whatever position group you want to talk about, is if I've prioritized drafting great offensive linemen, right? Can I put whoever the fuck back there and handling the ball enough to where it's a threat to the defense has to be thinking about stacking the box, or at least be thinking about if this nigga is getting the ball, right? And focus on paying my quarterback who can sling this motherfucker all over the place to where they can't even do that. Because the Chiefs have won the last 2 years. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, what is the difference between the Chiefs running back the last 2 years and Saquon Barkley? It's 27 miles. Like, Saquon Barkley is a significantly better athlete, player, bruiser runner, and like outside elusive running back, right? Yeah. But where the fuck, like, and it's a team sport, absolutely. But in that team sport, if you focus on these other position groups, clearly you can throw whoever back there. Because I don't know what the niggas with the Chiefs, the running backs with the Chiefs are making contract-wise, but I guarantee it's like a rookie contract. Right? Like, but they got young niggas back there just handling the ball because you got a cold enough nigga at quarterback. So it doesn't really matter. So clearly it pans out where the market is going, that if you prioritize paying that nigga who's snapping the ball, who's getting the ball every fucking play, and you put whatever young nigga back there, because like, take the Cowboys, for example. Zeke Elliott got all this fucking bread, bro. Broke down 1 year into that second big-ass contract. Tony Pollard turned into the better fucking back. Then last year, Tony Pollard becomes the number 1 nigga and does not just go way the fuck up. So now it looks like niggas can just bank on whoever you going to draft, whatever young nigga who is probably going to be fast as hell because niggas just getting faster and faster. It's probably going to be strong enough because niggas getting stronger and stronger. You playing for 2-3 years, you pay him the minimum, you pay him that rookie deal, and you're going to get what you need out of him, which is over 1,000 yards. Because it's a pass-heavy league. So, like, I get that running backs, niggas who play the running back position, like, and once you see that old school game or whatever, like, once you see them getting paid and shit, but the market is not paying that shit out for how important the running back position is to your overall success as an offense and as a team.
So these are my 2 things. So it's like, and like, to your point, I like don't disagree. It is a lot of marketing that has, like, yes, it has been an evolution of a pass-heavy game. The way that centers are not as big as a position in this game's basketball, I feel like that's a good comparison, right? I don't disagree. My only 2 points to that would be, I think it's just not that it's not fair, but I think it's unfortunate because Patty Mahomes is a nigga that we've seen as surpassing who we thought was the greatest at doing that shit at such a level and winning, right? Like at winning in particular, right? It doesn't matter who they got type of thing. The same way that we thought about Brady. It's because he did that sort of thing in particular that we sort of have turned into that. Because not every quarterback that we see Like, I think that we see a lot of more good running backs than we do good quarterbacks that can potentially take you farther. So it's not that I don't disagree with you.
You think a great running back can take you further than having a great quarterback?
No, sorry. So I say not take you further, but I think there's a lot more great great running backs than there are great quarterbacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
there's more running backs though.
Yeah.
Like
Most
maybe
teams carry
probably,
two.
Like yes, as an
Running backs
NFL,
carry
yes.
No,
Like
most
not,
NFL,
teams
most
have
the backfield
three
is the same.
quarterbacks.
Everybody they carry 3 quarterbacks and probably 3 or 4 running backs.
but here's
No,
the
it's
thing.
been 2. It doesn't matter. But I think you're right. I think on bar you're right. So like yes, running back, there are more great running backs, but to Aurelius's point, and who I generally agree with, is that running backs, there's 3 jobs. There's really you need a pass block. Sometimes you need to run block, maybe. Sometimes you need to run through the tackles. You need to catch the ball, right? And at the end of the day, if it's short yardage, I need you to go get that shit. Sure, but the quarterback has to also think the entire play. And if I need to get down the field in 2 minutes, which is, I'm going to say, the reason why we're even having this conversation right now is because of his number 12. That nigga, as you just said, didn't matter who was on the field.
He made it hard.
You could.
It
was hard.
really hard.
It may have been hard, but then he went to Tampa Bay.
Who were his running backs? Can we
James
talk
White.
about that?
So
Who were his
James White. He had
He revolutionized
Julian
that shit.
Edelman, not Julian Edelman.
David James.
He had Corey Dillon. He had Lawrence Maroney. He had motherfucking.
Okay.
No nigga that we're saying is
Deion
top 20
Lewis.
running back.
James
Deion
White.
was a great
Now,
running back.
Deion Lewis
That's not.
No,
that's not the,
that nigga was different.
He wasn't great, but he was nice.
He was
Like,
perfect.
I think Corey Dillon out of those 5 was the only Hall of Fame running back.
but Deion's the
Dillon.
best.
And
Okay,
he low
so
key
to-
Corey Dillon.
To my point though, then he goes to Tampa Bay, and you give him talent, and like he doesn't have to work as hard.
Niggas
my
went
thing
crazy.
is though.
Everybody went crazy.
My thing
Mike
is,
Evans
though-
was still 1,000 yards. We still had what's that other nigga, dark skinned nigga,
Oh, Chris Godwin.
Chris Godwin, and then you had
Playoff
both tight
win.
ends. Rob Gronk
Gronkowski.
made Gronk's career. Gronk never
Gronk.
played without that nigga.
Yeah.
Gronk would've
And
been
so,
great.
and then you come in and then you double down with Patrick Mahomes. I don't need anybody. I don't need Tyreek Hill. I can do it with Tyreek Hill. It makes it easier.
I mean, he also had a Hall of Fame time. And a
Okay,
Hall
I
of
think
Fame.
that's
My thing is though, where
Okay.
I can't
Sure.
I can't base
But they're okay, but let's do that. Let's play that game then. So, how many running backs have we seen with Hall of Fame head coaches? Mike Tomlin, right? Rashard Mendenhall was probably his best. Well, maybe Le'Veon Bell.
No,
Be a Hall of Fame coach.
Le'Veon Bell is definitely the best running
Think
back.
about. Okay, I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Who has other Hall of Fame positions with a Hall of Fame
No,
head coach? There's
that-
been a lot of
that's
running
what I'm
backs
trying
that
to get
have done
to.
that.
You
They
can't-
have-
I can't-
I mean,
You can't base
Okay,
the bar
Adrian
off-
Peterson, they
but if they
won
on
a
a
chip.
shit, because he was on a
base the bar
shitty
off-
team.
You can't base the bar off a lot of these good running backs. The reason why their teams aren't 2 and at the top of the draft type of teams is because the Panthers had Christian McCaffrey. The Saints, we have an Alvin Kamara. The Titans, they have a Derrick Henry.
Can I
The
stop you real quick?
Giants, I'm saying the teams I can't base the whole position group off of these 2
So you're
very
saying they
specific
went to the
teams.
worst teams? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying if
If they got drafted by
no, if they
shitty
got
teams.
drafted by shitty teams and we're basing the running back position off of teams that have the 2 best quarterbacks to ever play the game, then I got to talk about the teams that have the worst teams and they have the best running backs.
Aurelius's point though. Like
No, I'm not
literally,
saying that.
like we talking about a quarterback can literally change your trajectory. We're talking about Alex Smith barely making the playoffs to okay, now we're winning champion. We're always a competition for the champion. It don't even matter who plays on defense. It doesn't
You
matter
don't
who
have
plays
that.
on
You don't
offense.
do that
It's
with
Patrick.
Alex Smith.
Right. I'm saying.
No,
with
that's what I'm
Patrick
saying.
Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes changed that. You don't
Right.
do that with Drew Bledsoe. You do that with
That's
Tom.
what I'm saying.
You do that with
Well,
Tom
and
Brady.
right, that's why everybody's trying. It's like the lottery. It's like hitting this lottery ticket. It's like, damn, I have the first overall pick. I'm taking Baker Mayfield.
I mean,
And
look,
I don't think
Because I think that Baker Mayfield, if he hits, my entire world is changing. I just hit the lottery.
I think y'all missing it.
Christian McCaffrey played for the Panthers. He was the first overall then. So tell me, where are the Panthers now? Have they won a championship?
Name me the quarterback when he was.
Have they made the playoffs?
Name me the quarterback.
Oh,
Right, so
he
the
was
quarterback's
on
the most important
shitty
position.
teams.
You can't. I can't.
Like the
Yeah,
guys
that's
you're
what we're
naming.
saying.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's
That's
not like
not
the whole is
shit.
shitty.
Like this whole
Because their front office is shitty because they built shitty teams.
Everybody.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Oh,
Le'Veon-
they-
no. Hold on, Taylor. I got you.
Oh,
When Le'Veon Bell went to the Jets after he got his money, he sat out and went to the Jets. People blame the running back position because he went to a 2-14 team
for the
and
money.
he went for the
went
money.
for the money.
Never won a championship without
That
Le'Veon.
team was perpetually a top 5
With
draft pick
Antonio
team.
Holmes and an old ass Heinz Ward with the Heath Miller.
Who?
Ben Roethlisberger.
Ben Roethlisberger?
Won a
Le'Veon
championship.
Bell wasn't in the league
Le'Veon
yet.
Bell hasn't touched.
Right,
That's
that's
not
3
the
Hall of
point.
Famers on
What I'm
the
saying
defense.
is Ben can do it. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
James
James
Harrison
Harrison
was
was hitting
gone.
the ball with.
He had the defensive player of the year on the other side, and he also had a Hall of Fame wide receiver.
It sounds
So
like
when
a
you
lot
do
of
give,
color.
or it sounds like
It's
you
not
not
about
understanding
quarterback.
context, and we can go back and
There
forth.
doesn't need to have.
There's context don't matter.
I think that.
Is
that's
that
I'm
what you
saying.
just said?
think
Can I just state this from the
I'm trying
beginning?
to tell you.
We've never
I am listening.
we've
You just
never
said
argued.
Quarterback position is the point. Your quarterback. It didn't matter the context, the team around him. He's winning a championship.
But we've never
Patrick
argued.
Mahomes.
We never argued that
It
the
doesn't matter the
quarterback position was
context.
more
He's
important.
winning a championship.
So he's
never
won
argued-
championships 6 years in a row, 7 years in a row. No, he hasn't. Right, it's only been 2. Right.
But he's won one.
Yeah, that means
And so
wait,
Adrian
wait,
Peterson has won how many?
Because
he's
he's
one of the
on
greatest
shit.
running backs of all time.
when did Adrian Peterson play with a Hall of Fame run offense?
But
He played
literally,
that far.
he played
For
with
1 year, and that was the best he's ever went to the NFC Championship game. Coincidence, right? When he got
he
a
played
good
with a good
teammate,
quarterback.
when he got a good team, yeah. Regarding now, I'm not even going to keep it at quarterback. There's a Hall of Fame
Well, we're talking
teammate
about
offense,
quarterback.
but yeah,
We're
it just
talking about
it
quarterback
works
one.
better
No.
that it's a quarterback. No. It works better that Brett Favre was his Hall of Fame teammate because it's quarterback. Because that's what we're talking about. When Adrian Peterson got the chance to finally not
Well,
just
he
play
has a
with a
quarterback.
good quarterback, he got a Hall of
So you're saying
Fame
a running back
He
needs
went
a quarterback.
You
what
need
you're
a
saying.
good team.
We're not saying
No,
quarterback.
what one quarterback is one by himself? What quarterback is one by himself with no
Tom Brady.
with when did he win without Gronk? When did he win without a Hall of Fame running back?
What?
03 he had Corey Dillon. 04 he had a Hall of Fame running back.
Is Leonard Fournette a Hall of Fame?
He had Gronk and Antonio Brown, Hall of Famers. Tell me when a quarterback won without a Hall of Fame teammate in the
Mahomes
history.
this year.
Travis Kelce
Travis
and a Hall of Famer.
One.
Tell me when a quarterback has won.
Tell me when
without
it's
a
the
Hall-
running back.
I said
Tell me. We're
because
talking
you
about the
I'm
running
saying
back.
I'm saying more than one is needed. So a running back is not going to carry. A quarterback is not going to carry. A tight end is not going to carry.
Why
A
is
left
running
tackle
back? Tell me. Why are running backs not drafted anywhere near the top 20?
because they have a
They
short
are.
shelf
These
life
are
because they have a
these are
fucking
the top
tough
15 last
position.
year.
Right.
And they are
Hold on,
still
hold on.
valuable just
Hold on,
because
hold
their
on.
position
Nobody
is
says
tough
they're
and
not valuable.
The market says they're not valuable.
But you're proving
But that's
the point.
cap.
If it's
I think
one-sided,
they are
You
valuable.
just said that
Nobody
least
said
valued
they're-
on the offense, but you described them.
least valued on offense doesn't mean that they're just not valuable.
No,
a good running back can change the offense. Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I will pay for a lineman, I will pay for a quarterback, and right now Justin Jefferson's about to set the fucking market on why you don't need even a running. They're even below a running back. And we're talking about Justin Jefferson, who's literally
below a
getting
running back?
huh?
Who's below a running back?
Nobody's below a running back.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Wide
You
receivers
saying
are now, but Justin
saying-
Jefferson's proving the point that even wide receivers, we're talking about skill positions. Skill positions are elite. And we've only been pointing out Travis Kelce and Gronk, but ain't no other tight ends really changing the game like that since Shannon Sharp. Back in 92.
I'm talking
But
having
Brady
a
and Mahomes.
Hall of Fame.
No,
I'm having good
I mean,
teams.
Joe Burrow without a line, literally
No,
a year ago,
no,
got beat the fuck out.
No, not without line. He had Joe Mixon, and that's the same reason why
He was the most hit quarterback in history.
Yes, he didn't have a line, but they had
It
a
was
good
the most-
running game because they had
The
Joe
most
Mixon.
hit quarterback. Let's use DeMarco Murray
No,
from the
hold on,
Cowboys.
hold on,
DeMarco Murray,
can I-
most
let me-
rushing
let me
yards
get this-
ever
let me
in
get
the
this- let me get
season.
this off.
Then turns around,
Because literally,
leaves, goes
it's
to the
same
Eagles. What
thing.
happens?
If Joe Mixon makes Joe Burrow better, they go to a Super Bowl, they do all of this, he gets all the limelight, him and the receivers, all of that, they get all the limelight. Joe Mixon is sitting there grinding, doing these things. He was considered top 5 running back for the last 3 years. Especially that year they went to the Super Bowl. Now he's been fighting for a contract, fighting for money. Like, damn, was I not a part of the Super Bowl team?
Let's play.
Everybody
this
else got their money.
I hear you.
Even T.
Let's
He
do
got a
this.
franchise tag.
Let's try this.
But then,
are you
but
paying
then
for a
you go to
used
what's
car?
that?
Are you gonna pay for a used car with
It's not
rundown
used car.
tires?
How can you?
how?
Joe
How
Mixon
does
is not a
he's
used
not a used
car.
car? Is Derrick Henry a used car?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Derrick
But,
Henry's
like,
also
that's not
built.
what-
He's
I'm not-
6'3",
I'm not-
but you're
I'm not
paying
getting
for a
my point. I'm not
Lamborghini.
getting
That's
my
what I'm
point.
saying.
A
I'm not arguing
2022
that. I'm not
McLaren
arguing
is a
that.
used
I'm not
car.
arguing that.
No,
They-
I'm
they-
not arguing.
the day they take a snap, they use car. So
Play
like
this game.
everybody is. I'm
Play this
saying
game
this.
with me.
When you go
Play
with a
this game.
quarterback, hold on, can I get my point
go.
off? When you get a what's the name, how can you have a good running back? A running back that serves might be the cherry on top for your quarterback. Quarterback gets he gets what's the name. Even if he's playing bad, he gets the what's the name. He gets all the praise, all the glory. Check. A team with a bad quarterback with a great running back and he balls. When his time comes up, they pay the quarterback, even though the running back is the only reason why we look at this quarterback as some type of good.
New York.
Exactly.
Damn.
New York.
Yeah.
All the quarterbacks in Tennessee. Literally, Christian McCaffrey after Cam left. Like literally all these teams. Is Alvin Kamara right now. Austin Eckler. Before they trying to make Justin Herbert that, but like literally, Austin Eckler. Zeke
Austin
and them,
Eckler played like
Zeke
shit.
and them
this
got
past
played.
year.
What's his name? Zeke
Played
got traded
hurt.
after he rushed for 1,000 yards, and people were saying he's washed. And y'all very much needed him this year. And he kind of wasn't it. He was the buffer for Dak because y'all had Zeke.
But they still made the
You know what I'm
playoffs
saying?
without
But
Zeke.
Zeke
They
gets all
didn't
these
need
what's
Zeke.
names.
Tony
They
Pollard wasn't
did.
hooping.
If they still
They
had
did.
Zeke,
They made the playoff.
there's a
They did
reason
the
why
exact-
Tony Pollard
they
wasn't
did the
playoffs
exact
because of
same
what?
thing.
There's a reason why
They
Tony
did the exact
Pollard.
same- Hold on.
Dallas made the
Please
playoffs
stop.
because of
Please
what?
stop.
No, because you're out here capping. No,
please.
because you are insinuating that Dallas made the playoffs because of something. No, it's not taking it personal. You're capping, nigga,
So literally-
and you don't like me calling that shit. And now you're out here trying to press past it. Dallas made the playoffs because of what?
Dak Prescott.
Who set records?
Dak Prescott.
Oh, Deron Bland didn't do shit. Oh, my bad. I didn't think Deron Bland set the pick six
Okay,
record.
my bad.
And it had
Everybody-
historic defense.
Shit.
It had historic defense. See, Jimmy don't like cap. Jimmy don't like that cap.
I don't think it's an on the field thing. No, it's
Oh man, that's
word
crazy because he didn't. Because he don't like it. He
But
don't like. We
I think
there
it's
for
all
this.
No, I'll talk to you. You just don't know how to talk.
I'm trying not to get hit over here.
I mean, if you're just not gonna say
I'll say
shit, that's
why
fine.
not?
We just
Let's
talking
talk. Are you
shit.
gonna talk to anybody else but me?
Yeah, I was talking to you, and I was talking to
You
you.
can say something.
I just said something. I said, why did Dallas make the playoffs? Answer the question.
You think Deron Bland was the only reason they made the playoffs?
If he's not the number one reason, who is? It's not
Dak
fucking.
Prescott top 5 this year.
damn near.
Who is a Cowboys fan in this room?
Me.
Deron Bland, Dak Prescott. Who has more impact as to why y'all made the playoffs, in your opinion?
Is this really an argument? Dak. Like, is this an
All right, I'll
argument?
take it. I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take it. Most pick six in the history of the NFL, led the best defense by far in the NFL while it was healthy.
That was hooping.
And then even after your best player got hurt,
Dak was hooping.
Dak or CD? CD. Okay. I'll take CD. I'll take Deron CD Dak. I'll take CD Deron Dak. But like
Pollard isn't in there at all. You know?
facts. Because he's not that good. Y'all made the
Nigga,
mistake.
stop it.
Y'all
They
get
made
wrong.
the exact
Y'all get wrong.
and this is to my point. They made the exact same plays with Zeke, without Zeke. There's no
Because they got a
That's
CD
wrong.
now to make up for the whatever 14 to 14.
But
I'll say like 1,100.
keep it.
Not because Zeke at his peak, Zeke was like
But
1,600 yards,
Who's
and
the
then
wide
when he was Amari Cooper at the time, and then when he was kind of on his low end, I would say he's probably 800 to 1,000. So CD's not giving you what 14 to 1,600 receiving yards. He's giving you that 11 to 1,600 gap. See, he's giving you that now, so you're not losing production. That's 1,600 to 1,100 yards is now in CD land. That 800 to 1,200 you're getting out of Amari Cooper is now in Tony Pollard and your running back corral, giving you 800 to 1,200 rushing yards as a team. Your production's still the same.
So the reason why quarterbacks get paid is the longevity. So Ezekiel Elliott, nobody's saying that a good running back isn't valuable. I don't think that's the argument. The argument is really what this turned into is why do quarterbacks get paid more than running backs do?
We're not arguing.
That wasn't the argument.
That's what this turned into. Nobody said running backs were less valuable.
No. If we would have said that, we would have said Saquon Barkley should have got more than fucking.
Then please tell me what are we
than fucking Kirk Cousins. That wasn't the point. We saying they just getting what completely undervalued. Saquon Barkley is not as valuable as fucking Taysom Hill.
Yeah, but you don't know when he's going to shut down. That's the
How?
worry that these teams
but
have.
I'm saying that's an air
He was
quote.
out 2 years.
That's an air
2 years
quote
of his career.
That's an air
He
quote
didn't play.
That's 4 years ago.
Sure,
What you mean sure? What do you mean sure?
He's been
What do you mean
Last year he didn't
sure?
even get to 1,000 yards.
So you
man.
judging me off of
He
something?
didn't
You
even
judging
get to
me not
1,000
off of
yards, so why would I
recent
pay
bias.
him?
If you can be recent,
Because
I
I
can
know
listen
what he
to
did.
it. But no recent running back has been injured.
No recent running back. He was out 4 games.
4 games out of
And they
17.
still
He's
lost.
only missed 4 games in 34 games.
So what are you trying to say? That Saquon Barkley?
I'm saying you talking about him missing 2
a loss is
seasons.
still
You
a
talking
loss.
about something 2 seasons ago,
Right, but
and
why-
we didn't play
but
2 whole seasons.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not changing the
no,
argument.
you-
Derrick
But the
Henry-
last
oh,
two-
Derrick
no,
Henry
no,
has
no,
been
no,
in
no,
all
no,
year.
no, Please,
You-
one at a time.
You
For 2
keep
years.
changing the narrative to we're trying to argue that running backs are more important than quarterbacks. We've never argued that. That's never been the argument.
That's not what I'm saying. That's
But
not
no,
what I'm saying right
but
now.
every time
That's
you
not what I'm
keep,
saying.
but every time you
No.
counter with an argument, it's but they didn't win, but they didn't do this. And again, we didn't say that they were the most important position. We are again only saying that they deserve more money than what they're getting, and
Because
that their
of
position is still important and valuable. Not that it's more valuable than a quarterback's position.
But Tevin, and my whole point was, if we're talking about longevity again, if I don't know when you're going to shut down, why would I pay you?
No, it's not that, bro.
Because
Literally.
Zeke went from 1,000 yards to shut down. And he's the reason why you guys aren't getting contracts right now.
He did.
Yes,
The year
that is
he-
the
the year
absolute.
he went-
Le'Veon
the
Bell's
year
the
he went
reason
to
you're
New
not
England,
getting
You
contracts.
went to
right
New
now.
England, him and Tony Pollard.
I
both
give
rushed
you a
for
big ass
1,000 yards.
contract and you disappeared.
They
That's the
both rushed
argument.
for
right
1,000 yards. That's not disappearing.
What did Saquon do? Saquon ran 800 last year.
Saquon was 4th in all yards,
And
not
he got
by
he's the
quarterbacks.
second highest and he's
in the league.
He's the highest paid He's the highest paid running back right now.
He did. He was literally nobody totaled more yards than him, not named a quarterback. Literally all skill positions. Only 3 people had more total yards than him, and his whack ass quarterback got $100 more million than him.
This year,
Last year,
Wait,
last
Daniel
summer,
Jones
this
signed
time
for
last year summer, Daniel Jones signed
you
for
talk
4
about the year
years.
before last. So not this past year, but the year before last.
2022 summer, going into the beginning
Yeah,
of
he
the
signed
last
a
year.
$150 million contract.
$150 million. Saquon signed a franchise tag for 10.8. And it's like the nigga is clearly the best nigga on the team. Even on the whack teams, y'all not paying the running backs. And it's like he's clearly the best nigga on the team.
But y'all
You
give
can't
them
win no
quarterback.
football. You can't win no football.
They found a way to give us nigga that is clearly bad money, but they can't find a way, even just for 2 years, to pay your only reason y'all won whatever fuck amount of games you won is because of this nigga. You can't find a way to give him a 2-year $50 million.
Oh, really? So I want to ask you a question because you brought up this point earlier. So Saquon Barkley had 1,000 yards. That's great. Can I not go get a rookie who can go ahead and get 1,000 yards?
Name me how many rookies went over 1,000 yards rushing.
Not even that. Not even that.
Jameer Gibbs had over. He shared with David Montgomery and had over 1,200
He
yards.
didn't share with
He
them.
shared carries.
Jack Montgomery was hurt
He did get hurt
most of the season.
Okay, well he got his 1,000.
But
Now
not
you
even.
answer your question.
Gus Edwards got 1,000.
Gus is not a rookie.
We're talking about rookies.
Yes,
I said
you
rookie.
you said you
How
can
many
go get a
rookie running
rookie.
back? How many rookie running backs are there right now?
It was only one that went over 1,000. That was Jameer Gibbs.
But we get to arguing point to point. The overall point of this, right, is why would I pay the top guys, Saquon Barkley, right? Why would I pay him whatever money you think he's worth? You think he should be getting $20 million a year, whatever it is, whatever his value is, right? Why would I pay him that if I have seen for over 2 decades that when niggas get to their 6th, 7th, 8th year at the running back position, which is the most physically demanding position in football, niggas start breaking down. My only argument is the market is what is deciding this stuff. And that is the realm that the NFL plays in. So of course, you're not gonna pay these niggas because you're worried about them breaking down.
Can I get it?
Your whole thing is the contract should be shorter. You should change the whole market around running backs. You should change the whole way that we do drafting and all of that, right? But the point is, like, you are doing that from a very selfish position because that's the position you play from. You're not thinking from the position of the general manager who is running the front office and has to pay every single other position. The point is, we win the Super Bowls with no-name running backs.
Can I get a quick counter to that?
With no-name running backs.
Name me a
So
Super
why
Bowl
would I pay
without
Saquon
any-
Barkley?
No,
Why are we paying
why are we gonna bank on?
I'm for sure not about to argue
No,
nothing about Daniel Jones
No,
or the
it's
fucking
just
Giants.
It's just a counter.
But
to that.
why
To
should
your
we
point.
give Patrick Mahomes every dollar in the fucking world?
No, just to your point.
That's the point.
Why are we
There's
paying
more
for
positions
quarterback?
far more important.
Why do we? why would we spend on it when we can go get a young and just replace it versus the longevity of a quarterback? I'm saying we put money into these nothing ass quarterbacks. Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like that's where my risk is. Because I agree with you I agree with you it's a market thing. But I'm saying it's not like you out there spending it's not like you paying a running back less and spending more money.
Car sucks. No, you just gotta pay.
Oh, let him finish.
You're not spending more money. You're not giving a running back less money and going out there and finding it. You're not getting 2 more quarterbacks. And you're not getting 4 more receivers. It's literally you just not paying a nigga to give this nigga that you think is cold in your mind because the market tells you this nigga might be cold in year 8. And it's like that ain't been panning out. Only 2 niggas have been cold like that.
It's not even just the market though. Tim.
Only 2.
The thing is your eyes
because we
do though.
No, because we compared it to 2.
But it's harder to find a quarterback. And to Aurelius's original point was that 1,200, I have a better chance of finding a nigga who can go rush for 1,200 than I can for a nigga that can throw 2,000.
Why do we keep raising it?
That's 4,000. That's the hard. That's the hard part about it.
This is insane. We keep raising this rushing number.
No, I'm saying in the day and age of passing, though.
That's
no,
the
but
hard
you
part.
acting like the position ain't. Y'all acting like the position ain't. These niggas is catching just as much. They catching. They the second, third most receiver. Like most of these running backs is getting the ball much.
I changed the number.
What?
You said I changed it to 1,200.
1,200, 1,000 to 12.
But I'm not. I think I'm more on the structural system of it. What Miles was talking about with what I really talking about the quarterbacks is we banking on longevity and bang these dudes over time. And it's like I'm looking at Daniel Jones playing. I'm seeing what Saquon Barkley is doing. Why would I bank on this quarterback for the next 4 years when I got this nigga and I know what he's been doing?
And to y'all's point, like, there's no reason that, like, I don't disagree, but it'd be different if these quarterbacks that we banking on were paying out better than the running backs that are not getting paid as much.
And so then the question is, right, and this is hard to really decipher outside of who wins and who doesn't, which is why we only talk about Patty and Tom because they've won the most, right? Mm-hmm. Is what matters more to winning. And that's hard to really tell if it's a running back, if it's a receiver, if it's like I would argue like the left tackle matters more than all these fucking positions, right? Like having a good blindside tackle matters more, but it's like it's hard to know unless you decide. So I feel like the best thing is like, okay, who was when the Rams won? Who was Matthew Stafford's running back?
I don't know if I can remember.
Yeah, was it Cam Akers? Who probably average, we would define that. Like not just an excellent.
But like, see, that's the flip side of the argument is that
they had the best.
Like they had the best defense in the league. And when they won the Super Bowl, he played. He came back after injury. And what does he get right after injury? After being the Super Bowl champion, he gets a nice contract for the Minnesota Vikings.
Who?
Cam Akers.
Cam, yeah.
And it's like, so you're gonna pay the injury guy, but you punish the guy that's out here carrying the whole franchise. Right. And that's the part I don't think. I think it's a structural problem.
I think it's the issue because I don't know when you can break down. There's a better chance that Daniel Jones gets better.
There's not.
There is. Okay, fine. Then throw Daniel Jones out the window.
Like we've been
again. And this kind of goes to my original point. We're talking about the potential. The quarterbacks get paid off of their potential because that's the position that is at the highest market value.
Can we talk about?
That's the position I think is the most important. That's the position Russell Wilson after 10 Pro Bowls is still getting paid. That's a position Tom Brady at 35 years old is still getting paid. And Kirk Cousins at 36 off of an Achilles tear is still getting paid. Deshaun Watson, after almost going to prison, got paid a fully guaranteed contract.
I know.
$237 million. Because they think.
And what did all them niggas do?
All of them. Every nigga. Who'd you name? You said Russ, except Tom Brady.
Except for Russ. Russ didn't actually play bad. We don't.
All them niggas.
Russ played bad.
All them niggas are nice. But more seasons than not.
He didn't score.
More seasons than not. Every nigga you just named was good or cold. More seasons than not. Every nigga you just named.
Right, but it's
which means they earned it.
Yeah, it's harder to find a quarterback.
And yet they keep paying the ones that are clearly ass, which means it's just the market is fucked.
Obviously, Kirk Cousins clearly.
No,
so
you didn't. But you had you didn't name a running back who was better than Kirk. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the Derek Carrs. We're talking about
you don't even back better than Derek.
But Alvin Kamara was better than Derek Carr. Saquon Barkley was better than Daniel Jones. Like
Austin Eckler is better than Justin Herbert.
Like these are running
Compared
backs.
to their
And he's
position,
better
I
than
can
Sam
compare
Howell.
QB to running back though. I can
Because
compare running back
one
to
of
running
them
back.
is higher at their position
No.
than the other one.
No, part of
Because one of them is better at their position than the
I
other
look at my
one.
running backs receiving stats. Austin Eckler was the top receiver on that team. He's bailing out Justin Herbert when he's throwing for 48 yards. He's bailing him out. Austin Eckler's throwing 1,000.
This is my last question with this whole thing. So when we look at running backs, let's use the classic bell curve. I would say most of the running backs fall kind of in the middle. But when you look at quarterbacks all the way across the bell curve, we got Daniel Jones and we got Patrick Mahomes. So with that said, it's a lot harder to find a good quarterback in the league that is quarterback driven.
Off-field scale, though, why am I banking on trying to find the most rare item?
It's because
That's what I'm saying.
running
It's a
backs
system
are dime,
thing.
because running backs are dime a dozen.
No, I'm saying
That's what I'm saying.
If I focus on
It really
team
doesn't
around
matter
my
where I
team,
throw the dart. I'm gonna probably get a running back that will get me 1,000
No, I'm
yards,
saying that same
or I
analogy.
can get a committee.
Oh,
That's a lot cheaper than paying one nigga.
that same
He got paid $12 million. There are committees of running backs.
So why am I
That
paying
didn't even
one
make
nigga 150?
I'm saying that same
Because
analogy
for not even earning it. He didn't even earn it. I can understand if he earned it. Like if Justin Herbert got a $150 million contract, I'd be like, but I can also look at stats and film and be like, I see why. There's nothing that says Daniel Jones should have a $150 million fucking contract. Nothing.
Justin Herbert.
Yes, that's how bad this shit is. That I had to praise Justin Herbert for a hypothetical contract.
And
y'all know how I feel about
he
that.
loves Justin Herbert.
That's another discussion for another time. I need a mental health episode for that one. But the fact that Daniel Jones, and Daniel Jones, it's the fact that like niggas like that, and it's not even just at the top. There's niggas like when Noah Mullins ass niggas, when Nick Mullins, yes. The nigga
Jimmy G.
like there's so many average niggas getting slightly above average contracts, but average running backs aren't getting average money. And that's just like
Like a prime.
like if you're gonna give this mid dude who's gonna give me
quarterback
3,000 yards at the
2,200
most
all-purpose yards, and Sam Darnold got a bigger contract from the New York
on the
Jets.
same fucking team. When he got to the Panthers, they still
They
guaranteed.
still
Still
gave him
paid
more
that
guarantee
shit.
money than Christian McCaffrey.
I don't mean to curb this argument. I don't think he's going to go anywhere.
Yeah,
But it was a good conversation.
Yeah,
I want to get back to the season preview or free agency.
Review
The
shit.
Dallas Cowboys.
What the fuck y'all been doing?
The Cowboys have been chilling because we were better than all your teams this year, so we don't have to make as many moves, as many desperate moves, if you will. Go get Sam fucking Darnold.
His
right?
team looked
I'd still rather take his team. Okay, mid-season.
Nah,
I'd still rather
rather
have my quarterback who choked in the playoffs than Sam Darnold. So I'm chilling. We're probably not going to win next year. We're not getting a lot better. The Eagles are getting better, but they also could choke. I think it could be a coaching issue. I don't really know what happened last year with them. So, we re-signed our long snapper, which was a good move. He was real solid. Our special teams are a good unit. That matters in football. All you niggas just care about the touchdowns and shit. Special teams matter. Thank you. And so that's it on the Cowboys. We'll keep it short and sweet because we done spent an hour and a half on the first two niggas.
Yeah.
Have the Pats done anything?
Yeah, we made a couple moves. We re-signed some niggas. We brought in some new niggas. A couple niggas left, but I like what we did.
Who are the
Can
niggas?
we say like who are the niggas?
We lost
So,
Tony
who are
Pollard,
the
which
niggas?
I'm not worried about.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that
Who's
the only
y'all's
thing
running
that-
back?
he went to Tennessee.
The Lord.
dude's fine.
No. We had a
Damn.
nigga whose name I really can't remember who was going back and forth with Pollard last year, and he was solid. He was a rookie, one of the niggas, but athlete. He showed them flashes just like Tony Pollard did years before he became Tony Pollard. So I think we'll be straight. It all really depends on. It looks like niggas like what our line is going to look like. That's probably because we got pick 24. Yeah, how do you say his name? We got pick 24, so that's one where you can probably get a good alignment. So we'll see what happens. They're not trying to pay Tyrone Smith.
I did not know that.
Hella injury prone though. Hella injury
like
prone.
I get it.
The past
but
3
like,
years, he's not played more than half of the game. So like, same thing as running back. Like if you're breaking down, it sucks. I wish niggas would get that nigga has gotten paid though. He's had some of the biggest contracts as an O lineman. So if he did right with his money, he'll be straight. He don't play. So that's it on the Cowboys. We still like other than your new team, you know what I'm saying? We're still gonna be better than all of y'all's teams next year, and we see y'all next year in Dallas, and we're gonna be at that game live 5 from the 4, Arlington, Texas, when we beat down on y'all niggas with whoever our running back is, because it don't matter. Because guess what? We got CD fucking Lamb, a position that matters more than the running back position. What you got, Ted?
Wow, I love that.
I keep it short and sweet, bro. Y'all take
The
that.
Patriots. We've re-signed a couple of key guys from our core. We re-signed Hunter Henry. I'm really excited we re-signed Kendrick Bourne because it looks like he's about to take that leap from maybe being that fringe kind of, if he gets it together receiver to he's a solid 600 to 900 yards. Like if he goes kind of crazy, he might give me 1,000 to 1,100 at his peak. You know, maybe like 5 to 7 touchdowns. It looks like he could take that leap if he stays healthy.
Who's your quarterback?
We're gonna draft him.
Who are you drafting?
We have the third pick.
So
we have the third pick. So we got options depending on what the Bears do at 1, if they trade it or keep it.
Where did Daniel Jones go again?
Daniel Jones is not my quarterback.
Not Daniel Jones. Mac Jones.
Mac and cheese.
He went to
Jacksonville.
He went to back up.
to Jaguar.
That's crazy.
Because
Trevor Lawrence
Lawrence
is 20 and 30. Mac Jones is 18 and 24. So, I wish he went to a real team that would have gave him a chance to start, but whatever. But we got Hunter Henry we got Hunter Henry to restructure his deal so we can get all this fucking money in free agency. We re-signed Josh Uche, who is a fantastic outside linebacker who is about to blow up. I see the future. This man's about to. He's like a real outside hand down pass rusher, but he can pass coverage a little bit too. Very sure tackler. He's going to lead our defensive resurgence in 2 years coming. And we signed Antonio Gibson. He was cool in Washington.
Oh,
I guess they had to change of pace. He came to New England. We love a 3-headed running back attack. That's like our fetish. 3 running backs at a time. So now we back at it. So yeah. See what Bill gone. Some things never fucking change, man. I wish we would not have 3 running backs all the time, but hand the ball off, dust in the cloud.
What's Ramondre Stevenson?
He's still starting, but he did hurt his ankle last year, so they kind of let him.
That was the first time he really got kind of like hurt.
He got hurt for real.
And who started? Was it Ryan Washington or was it
Ryan Washington was the starter in Washington.
Antonio Gibson?
Antonio Gibson was a solid backup, but when he got hurt,
Brian started in Washington.
Yeah, he was definitely the better of the 2. But Gibson is still solid.
Gibson and Brian split like Alexander Madison.
Fuck Washington. We talking about
They got Austin Eckler.
Brian Robinson. Yeah. Jalen Rager's coming back to us. We re-signed Austin Hooper. So yay, 2 tight ends, 3 running backs. Some things never change. 23 personnel in 2024. Cool beans, man.
20 team has been as quiet as mine, huh?
Yeah, just about. And we got the 3rd pick in the draft, so that's really all our fucking news. And we lost Devontae Parker to the Eagles, so yeah, that's really it. Shout out Josh Uche, he stayed. He's going to be a great linebacker. We got the 3rd pick. I hope we take Jaden Daniels. Fuck Drake May. Not really, because you might actually take him. But
would you take a reach on Penix at 3 or no?
If Jaden's gone, yes. But if Jaden's still there, I will take Jaden before Penix. We wouldn't. We would honestly probably take.
It's a new round. It's OJ.
Gerard Mayo is the head coach.
Right. OJ Mayo.
OJ Mayo is a basketball player. Yeah, honestly, Jaden Daniels, I would love to see him in our system. He has a big arm, and we got a big vertical. Like we finally got some verticality in our skill set the first time in a while. I know. I kept saying I was stuck, but Jaden Daniels got a big fucking arm. So air the field out off the play action, man. Let him make mistakes. Let him make the big plays. Let him have 15 touchdowns, 13 picks first year. And then second year, let him blossom, bro. I'm manifesting. Please.
I'm manifesting.
Draft this nigga, please. He's the answer. And that's it for New England.
What about you? Y'all had a deeply disappointing season based off your
easiest schedule in the league, and these niggas had like 4 more wins than us.
Yeah, we still got Derek Carr right now.
You got to deal with Kirk
Hopefully
Cousins.
we draft some looking at the draft home Brian Robinson.
What's that pick?
11.
Okay.
Or 14.
Okay.
Who's Brian Robinson play for?
He played for LSU.
What did he do?
He's
Or what
a
position he play?
He was a receiver.
Okay.
I thought Neighbors was.
Malik Neighbors gonna go top
They had
10.
another duo to go over 1,000.
This
dude was Robinson was more the stretch receiver. He was lanky, long, lanky, fast. Kind of gives me Michael Thomas vibes, but a little bit faster.
He's a free agent.
So we're kind of in
Can guard Mike.
Kind of in a hole right now with Mike Thomas. I don't know if
Very
we're gonna
hard
bring
with
him back.
I don't know if he's gonna leave. Kind of want him out of there. Just
Damn.
get
Can
rid.
guard Mike.
We gotta get rid of the
Can
what's the
guard
name.
Mike.
I mean, he was King guard, right?
He was.
He had a
He just
99% catch rate. So like
He was stupid.
for 2
How the
years.
mighty have fallen.
His route tree was crazy too.
We
What?
spent this whole episode talking about football,
Yeah.
and it's this off season of football.
Now we
And
talk
we're-
about
and
basketball.
we're
We're
in the
middle
fucking heat
basketball
of
season.
the basketball.
Basketball don't
Post
mean
All-Star
until the
break.
playoffs, man.
It's the playoff
These
stretch.
niggas gonna be playing.
Shay VP.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Shay VP. Shout out Shay Gildas Alexander. He's the favorite to win the MVP right now. So I hope the season hurry up and end. Understand one seed.
Shout out to Celtics, they gonna win.
I'm gonna keep it $150. Shout out to Five from the Fall. I can't wait because it just looks like it's gonna match up that way. That we as Lakers fans,
Yes.
as Bronzexuals, play our other fellow members who are.
Hold on, I heard a premature yes. What party are
Hold on.
you
Time out. Before we get to our devoted
Yes.
Thunder fans, I don't want to undersay that, right? At least for one of these niggas, wholehearted Thunder fan from the jump, from the beginning. You know all about it.
EST.
Somewhere where he's not a bandwagon. Some
Same
might
here.
say. That was a slide shot. Sorry. But
Damn.
I can't wait from the foe to do a live because it looks like
Thunder
I don't know
Alley,
what it's
yeah.
going to be if the Lakers win the play-in. It looks like it's going to be a very early Thunder versus Laker matchup.
We're gonna be chilling for the first 2 weeks, so I mean, yeah, you guys can have it.
You go deal with Steph, bro.
And Luka.
They're
And
probably
possibly
gonna play
KD.
Dallas.
Steph.
And
So now that I've got the
possibly
introduction
KD in a
out of the
one-game
way,
series.
let me ask Taylor Scobie, a fellow member of Five from the Four, what team would you be supporting if the Lakers and the Thunder played early in the playoffs, or even in the Western Conference Finals? Who would you cheer
If
Say Michael Beasley, Jordan Hogan.
Come on, bro.
I have seen personally, I myself, with my eyeballs that I can recall remembrance, I have seen 2003, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2020. I have seen 5 finals appearances from the Lakers with 4 championships won in that span. Felt very nice. I know what it feels like to be a champion. I know what it feels like to see your team win.
Because the Thunder
With the-
don't.
because
Just
the
a
Thunder
quick
have
preface. The Thunder don't know what that
2012.
feels like.
Thunder just have
The
2012.
Thunder don't know.
Only finals appearance since 2008. So when I make this decision, I need the backstory to be known. With one team, been there, done that. With this other team, I need. I got it in my left arm, now I need it in my right arm. It don't feel right. Those that know. You it. I need it in both my arms now at this point. And the Thunder, what's so crazy about them? They keep getting close. 2016 up 3-1, we looking in the doorstep. 2012 at the actual finals, we in the room. So now it's like, man, it's like we got another core again. We back peeping in the doorway again. It's like, man, I would hate to see that disappointment, but it's like I feel like this is a little different. I need to see that. But this Thunder championship, if they win a championship, that would be the vibiest of vibes.
So you would be cheering for the Thunder.
Yes, I need a Thunder championship like I need air. I need a Thunder championship. The fact that Russell Westbrook is not going to be on the team, fuck KD, fuck everyone else, respectfully. But the fact that Russ is not going to be on the Thunder team to win the championship is going to hurt a lot because that nigga deserves an OKC ring. But I need an OKC championship. Like I need air. I got 17 Lakers banners. I don't need another one. I just want them at this point. But this Thunder one I need. And don't you fucking let Shea do it. Because if Shea does it, this Ant Edwards Shea debate, dead. Devin Booker Shea debate, dead.
fucking Luka and Shea, get the fuck out my face, nigga. Because I did something in 5 years that all y'all niggas haven't done in 6 and 7 and whatever the fuck. That's not just make the conference finals. Let's put some hardware in my finger, nigga. So don't let Shea do that shit. Don't. Because it's really over for them niggas. It's really over for them, especially Devin Booker. I can't wait till the Suns lose the second round this year. Because I'm going to have a Scooby snack for that ass. Nigga.
Scooby snack.
And don't let, and
His
don't,
last name is Scooby.
don't let Luka send you home again. All I got to say.
They're not going to get there.
He had one athlete that he's just like, I don't fuck with them, and I'm going to always root against them.
Shout out women's college basketball. That SEC championship game was mad entertaining.
Dawn Staley's the GOAT. Gina Ariema, you was
Back
cool
to
or
back,
whatever, but
back
you
to
second
back
place. It's
undefeated.
Dawn Staley. She's the GOAT.
And,
She's the GOAT.
and it's funny because like Kim Mulkey was like,
You want to
"We're
book
gonna
ain't
foul
no
you." Like they're gonna foul you. To her point,
What did she
there
say?
wasn't
I
a
missed
lot.
this quote.
So Kim Mulkey, right after the game, she was
LSU
basically
head coach.
LSU's head coach.
Yeah.
She was basically like, there was only 2 fouls called, I think one on each team in the fourth quarter. And she was basically like, when we play defense, we gonna foul you. When they play defense, they gonna foul you. And for y'all not to blow a whistle, I feel like there's a lot of things there too that should be spoken about as well before we even get to what we're talking about here. What Kim Mulkey was saying. And I think it's just interesting too because I watched the last part of that game because Joseph had hit us up and was like, "Are y'all watching?" I was like, "No," but now I feel like I need to. Them niggas was fouling. You know, like
No, they was
like
they seen it good. They seen it hit the fan, and they was like, you know what? We just trying to get out of here.
So it's just interesting to see, like, because it's like on one end, I'm like, let them play ball, you know, like let them hoop. Like this is what they was on, let them hoop. And on the other hand, I'm like, I see where she was.
It was just in the couch.
I see where she's coming from. Oh wow.
It was just in the couch.
I see where she's coming from. Like that's just also interesting to sort of see. So I'm also just sort of wondering, like, and because maybe some of us don't watch as much, is there also that sort of same evolution of women's basketball and the progression of sort of toughness and what that looks like and what basketball looks like for in the same way as there has been. And like obviously there has been in some ways, but I don't think we've ever been like,
No,
oh yeah,
it's
these
at
That
an
shit was
all-time
nice.
high. The ladies is out here killing it in all facets. Like no cap.
The hype around women's basketball is way bigger than around men's basketball right now.
Yeah.
It's dope to see. Because I can name a bunch of women's basketball players. And KG, I think somebody sent this in one
I
of our
just
good
seen
messages.
my
Like
shit.
KG and Paul Pierce, they was talking about it. Like, bro, they way more like hype. They were more dope. Like they better.
Checks all the boxes.
And I don't watch college basketball, period, but I have tuned in to more highlights of women's basketball than I have men's basketball. Like the main thing that I fucking seen from men's basketball is like when Duke was going off and they was storming the court and they was tripping about all that.
I truly have no idea.
And they talking about trying to change the rules from fans storming the court, which is like, how you gonna do that? They gonna stop me from if I want to hop over this bitch, I'm gonna hop.
There's
Well,
more
you
than
know,
10,000
in
of
a
us.
group, yeah.
Yeah, like it's a whole
Individually,
stadium
You're not
going.
gonna stop us.
There's 6 security guards. Like you can make it 15, and it's still 10,000 of them. So anyway,
I genuinely think I can
Shout out
name
women.
more top 25 women's teams than men's teams this year, like in their correct place. Because I genuinely have no fucking idea about men's college basketball this year. Like I know Houston was number 1 for a little bit. I know UConn was number 1 for a little bit. Couldn't tell you when.
We also
Houston's still
need.
number 1.
We also need to.
Shout out them.
I think something we need to do still is do a
Shout out
women's
them.
and a men's bracket for this March Madness.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it'd also be cool to do an NBA bracket to see what that looks like once the play-ins are set. Because I think
Yeah.
we can go from
We
play-ins.
can predict, when they're
Yeah.
locked in and who's 7,
I
8,
think we
9,
can go
10.
play-ins and in.
Yeah.
But I also think it'd be cool to just do sort of like a March Madness bracket for men and women. See what niggas is on.
Please, let me get a board.
The conference championships are still going on, so it gotta be Sunday. I guess.
Bracket releases. this
Big 12.
weekend.
Okay.
Texas just whooped the fuck out of Iowa State for the Big 12 championship.
And with that, we're signing out.
Because who gives a fuck about them?
Silence,
Fuck Texas.
Stephanie. You heard it.
Fuck
Champs.
Texas, man.
2 times.
Nobody.
Nobody in basketball.
Nobody
Shout
was
out to
quiet.
5 from the
Baseball,
5.
you're next.
Nobody.
Texas Tech, quit fucking with us.
We out.
You ain't talking softball, nigga.
Yeah, the sport that people watch.
The sport that people watch, even though y'all was number
You ain't
one.
talking gymnastics, nigga. Tennis. What's up?
Y'all can keep that regular season title.
Ooh wee.